And action!
Janine comes over. I think Stacey's expecting it to be Ryan.
Janine, on Christmas Day, can't quite believe that the police haven't come to cart Stacey off. So what is left for her to do? She confronts Stacey, and it's the end of the line. Something has to happen, and so that's what leads Janine to her shocking Christmas Day act.
That's what you are. You're a murderer. You don't deserve Ryan's love.
Janine is really back to being a bitch.
I saw him up there on that roof. He realised that he was going to die.
Every character needs their nemesis. Every character needs something in their way, and you want that something to be as big and dangerous, as violent as possible. And you just look at Janine and you go, that's you.
You don't deserve anyone's love, not even the love of that little girl.
That's my little girl, that's my daughter. She's the only one I really care about. Ryan, please, may I have a drop?
A drop of vodka.
Yeah. I like working with Charlie. She plays Janine so well. It's exciting.
This is her last throw of the dice, and she knows that Stacey's vulnerable. She knows that she's got an illness, and so she tries to kind of worm her way into her head and play on her guilt she feels about Bradley. She tries to push her, but when she fails in a kind of last, desperate, mad moment, she does the only thing she can think of to finally nobble Stacey.
What are you going to do? You're going to stab me?
What about if you did it again? What about if you tried to kill me?
What?
What have you done? What you've done to me. Look at what you've done to me.
It is an extreme thing to do, but I think Janine literally was at the end of her tether. I don't think she knew what else she could do.
Stacey!
She was losing Ryan, and she couldn't deal with that fact that she was losing Ryan.
I thought, you know, do people actually do that? You know, but then I thought, it's Janine. Look what Janine's done, you know. She's pushed Barry off of a cliff. You know, and I think Janine's capable of anything. She's evil.
Janine Butcher is the one girl Stacey shouldn't be messing with. A bad girl if ever there was one. She's the crazy, evil vixen of Albert Square.
Janine is the best bitch on TV.
She's the devil.
Sick.
Clearly she's evil.
She is evil.
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 Misunderstood.
She can be dangerous.
Bad things always happen when I'm around.
Well, she finished off Barry.
When I was on the game, right? Oh, I did some iffy things. But of all the filth, being with you was by far the foulest.
Poor old Barry. But everyone loved Barry.
Both Janine and Charlie would testify that she didn't actually commit murder.
Don't know if I call her a killer.
What a nasty person I am, eh?
She's done loads and loads of evil things.
There was blackmail, murder, adultery, marrying for money.
She's about as Jewish as a bacon sandwich.
Her Jewish husband gave him awful heart attack.
She was responsible for his death.
Is he going to be okay?
She was a prostitute for a bit with Ian, wasn't she?
Oh, no kissing.
That's pretty nasty, isn't it?
The worst one, of course, was shouting at Pat, the legend that is Pat. She gave Pat a heart attack. Driving people out of the square when she wasn't mowing them down.
I wouldn't put anything past her.
I could squeeze the life out of you right now.
Everyone gets what they deserve in the end. Somewhere along the line, that character needs to get her comeuppance, I think.
She's cheated, she's lied her way through Albert Square, and we still kind of like her. What's all that about?
Oh, I love Janine.
But she's a crazy bitch.
No matter how bad she gets, we welcome her back to Walford with open arms. Because you wouldn't turn your back on her.
Against all odds, Janine eventually found a twisted kind of happiness with Ryan.
That is my money.
Well, you better take it back then.
Janine and Ryan's relationship is toxic. Their relationship is based on dares, on law breaking, and kind of getting cheap fun out of that.
They made each other laugh, they were funny, they got each other.
I was hilarious.
You were very funny, and Ryan found you funny, which most people don't. So.
You weren't very funny.
No. Just good at other things.
Oh yeah? Like what?
I'm just a love machine. Get naked! I'm just a love machine.
We used to bounce around this flat like two lunatics.
Yeah.
Literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom!
They were actually quite in love, really. For Janine, being able to play being happy and stuff was quite good, really, because a lot of the time she's angry and a little bit twisted.
I mean, you're the most horrendous human being I've ever met in my life, but I'm so completely and utterly in love with you, it makes me sick.
Yet, with Janine, Ryan had found everything he ever wanted in life.
This is life, isn't it? You, me, and instant noodles.
So Ryan had his girl and his noodles, bless, but their happiness came crashing down on that fateful night when the Vic burnt down and Stacey revealed who baby Lily's father was.
She's yours. She's your daughter.
Yeah, Ryan, remember?
She does pick her moments. Couldn't she just break that news over a flowery bap and a milky coffee in the cab? And of course, once he holds that baby in his arms and takes a look at those googly eyes, well, that's it, his heart melts, doesn't it?
I don't care what either of you say. I am doing this.
Janine certainly wasn't thrilled with Daddy Ryan's decision.
She's absolutely devastated at the news. She thought that in Ryan she had a true chance of happiness, and that's blown apart. And so when she's confronted with what she sees as Ryan's betrayal, she's pushed to the limits.
You could say that. Janine hatched a plan to steal the baby and take a little road trip.
We're going to drive straight to Dover, get on a ferry, and we're never coming back.
Funnily enough, Ryan didn't think it was a good idea.
Stop the car! I mean it, just stop the car!
You want me to stop here?
Yeah!
Fine.
And you'll never guess where she stopped the car.
Ryan!
Janine! Craig's coming! Janine! It's getting close! Get out!
Ryan, I want to die!
Janine! Come on, get out! Come on, get out!
That was a close shave, wasn't it?
Ryan didn't expect her to sort of go to the lengths she did, and he becomes a bit out of his depth in this relationship and becomes a bit scared of Janine, actually.
Becomes a bit of a drip.
Well, no, not really a drip, just normal. And a bit scared of somebody who's trying to kill him.
Yes, when the baby stealing didn't work out, she decided to have a go at husband killing. First, she locked Ryan in a fridge.
It was a way of keeping him away from Stacey because she had an inkling that he was going to go to see her.
Then she tried to poison him.
Thank you for looking after me. I don't deserve you.
Hey, it's a big clue.
Yeah. It's sickness and in health.
Until death has two parts. I think she thinks if she can't have him, no one can have him.
I love you, Stacey.
That's where she flips out, and she does go slightly mad.
It's very simple with Janine. You love her, you look after her, and you'll be fine. And if you fail to do that, then woe betide you.
We've come such a long way since then.
Yeah.
I hate you now.
I know. Well, I hate you as well.
Good.
I hope you die.
I hope you die. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna try and kill you, hopefully.
In Ryan, she saw a chance, I think, of happiness. A real chance. Because there is that glimmer in Janine of redemption, and just when she comes close to getting it, it's snatched away from her. And then, of course, she flips and becomes this evil character that we've come to know and love.
For Ryan, he's in a very depressed kind of place, really. Mainly because of Janine.
Mainly because you had an affair and didn't tell me about the child in the first
Yeah,
place.
but he only had an affair because you drove his daughter onto a railway track and locked him in a
she only
fridge.
did that because you didn't tell her that you had a daughter when you found out, so you lied.
Yeah, but he only found out on his wedding day and then thought it would ruin the honeymoon.
Yeah, well,
So it all makes sense.
No, see, he was trying to defend the character.
Oh, they weren't going out when
You're a dirty,
he slept
lying
with Stacey.
cheat.
It's Stacey's fault.
Yeah, that bitch.
Yes, indeed. With the bond of baby Lily, Stacey and Ryan just couldn't keep away from each other. And with Janine trying to murder him, surely Ryan made the right choice going off with Stacey.
Do you think Ryan made the right choice going off with Stacey, Neil? Poor innocent Stacey, you know, she is trying to nick my husband.
Hello there, gorgeous.
I think Kat wanted Stacey to have, you know, that perfect little family, because I think she knows that Stacey never had it, and I think, you know, she really wanted that for Stacey.
Blokes like that are 24 carat. You should get your claws in. I don't know what you're waiting for.
I'm wrecking another marriage.
You won't have to. You can leave that to me.
And once Kat had Ryan and Stacey working in the Vic together, they just couldn't resist. Even if it did mean making an even bigger enemy of dangerous Janine.
What are you doing in here? Looking for Ryan. He's hardly up here, is he?
I was told he was here.
It's an affair, you know, and I think she found that quite exciting. You know, that the thought of being caught sort of drove their relationship on a bit.
Well, that was a close call.
And being in one of the best love triangles in years, Stacey and Janine have become Wolford's deadliest enemies.
They hate each other so much. There's just constant bitchiness and you know, constant slagging off, and then you've just got Ryan, who's stuck in the middle, who doesn't really know which way he wants to go.
But they're both sort of murdering vixens.
I think she's always had a hang-up with Stacey Slater as well.
They love hating each other.
What, are you afraid your face might crack?
Stacey's the classic flawed hero or heroine, and Janine is our classic bitch. So put them two together, and I think you've got soap gold.
Well, they have a good fight, the pair of them, don't they? The bush push.
Stacey! She asked for it! Don't you even think about getting involved?
I was absolutely pouring it down, like, oh, crikey, how are we going to do all this? But I think it added to it all. It was a lot of fun to do.
Let's see how you like this!
I've had a few fights, and Stacey always comes out on top.
Oh, my goodness. This is for Danielle.
But she can throw a right hand very well.
Come on, Mike Tyson.
It's like living with a bunch of wild animals.